we may be What is up, my love enthusiasts? Welcome back to another video. Today, yes, it is true, or it's rumored to be true, but yes, the PlayStation Store is closing, and it's not a very good sign. I'm gonna say that right off the bat, especially for my little guy right there. It's not a good sign. I'm literally about to, after this video, going to back up all my games onto that hard drive. That's a 500 gigabyte hard drive. Hopefully I have enough space with all the games that I've purchased over the years. If not, I'm gonna have to buy a hard drive. A bigger hard drive. Just saying. Anyway, it's scary. Very. Now, what I mean about that is that the whole PlayStation Store, it's being rumored to be closing down on the PlayStation 3, the PSP, and the PlayStation Vita. Now, you might be thinking like, oh, it's closing. We're all and yeah, rightfully so, we might be thinking that, because the whole fact is that once the store closes, I'm going to break this down as simple as possible. Once the store closes, you lose your games. Now, remember, this is only speculation from what we heard from this tweet right here, and it's just a little concerning for the sheer fact that, like, any games that you have purchased, doesn't matter, like, whether you, like, got it from, like, for free or anything, or any type of way you got these games on this specific account, your PSN account, and also just for that specific system, once the store closes, you will never be able to access any of the games again. And you might be thinking, why would Sony do that? Well, to make space, because they have a whole infrastructure based on, like, keeping, like, no one else is probably using the PlayStation 3 as much anymore. I'm just gonna say flat out, my hair's in the way. Beautiful. Alright, I had to crack out the beanie because literally my hair is way too long and I need to have it hold for a position. Anyway, and the whole fact that, like, if you're going to want to ever play your games ever again, even though if you download them, you will not be able to re-download them. Let alone if you delete them off your console, you'll never be able to re-download them as well. Like, everything will be gone. Doesn't matter. They don't care, because the generations are going to keep moving up, and they don't want to use sources and infrastructure to keep something that is live or no one's barely using anymore, which makes sense. But this is the scary part of an all-digital age. You do not want to. This is why I always go for physical copies, because I'm scared. I'm scared that something like this happened, because it has happened before with the Nintendo Wii. That is right. This is not the first time this has happened, where an online shop has closed down for good, and all your stuff, you will never be able to re-download ever again. The Wii is infamous for this, and because of that, you will never be able to touch any of your Wii games ever again, as if you delete them. That's why a lot of these consoles, if you look at Wii's, like, if they have, like, a significant amount of games installed into them, there's a good reason, and it's actually, they go for fairly high price. Not gonna, I'm sorry if I stutter a lot, it's just a problem with my, my disability. But yeah, that is the gist of it. Like, if you own any digital games for your Vita, your PSP, or your PS3, I recommend getting at the biggest amount of hard drive space you could get, and download them all into that. Like, that's your only salvation if this is all true. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, I have bought games before on there, especially that were only digital games, and even on my Vita as well. Like, I have a few games on there too, and DLCs on there too. I'm not gonna lose that. Like, I'm gonna keep them preserved as much as possible. Let alone the Vita, it's not like I have a lot of games on there, so that's good on my end. I don't have to worry about hard drive space, but I'm more concerned about how other people are gonna feel about this, because there's a lot of good games, and there's probably a lot of good games that you could play, especially with the PS3 with backwards compatibility. Like, not just backwards compatibility in general, like, it doesn't do that, but you can download PS3 games, and it'll emulate that and play it on your PS, you know, not PS3, PS2 games. You can buy them and emulate that into the PS3. That's how I'm able to still play Persona 3 FPS. Now I'm going to have to buy some of the other Shin Megami Tensei games so that I can keep them on there, because that's the only way I'm going to be able to play these games backwards compatibility through HDMI. It kind of sucks because Sony, they're starting to understand about backwards compatibility, but Xbox, at least when something happens, they have to close down the shop for an Xbox, you know, for the Xbox 360 one of these days, at least the games will carry over through the generations through your console. That's the scary part about this, because Sony hasn't done that yet with the PS1, the PS2, and the PS3. The PS5 can play backwards compatibility games for the PS4, but that's about it. Apparently can't do PS1 or even PS2. No, I can understand there might have been a problem with the PS3 and the PS4, kind of, but come on, Sony. This is why we need you to actually, like, not fuck around at this point. Like, you guys, if you're gonna delete the shop, you really gotta find a way to preserve these games. Because this is bullshit. I'm not gonna lie. It's complete bullshit for anybody who has digital games, who bought digital games, and then your PS4 can't play PS3. Okay, what about the PS5? The PS5 can play PS4 games, but you're not able to play PS3, PS2, and PS1. You're fucking stupid! And that's really harsh for me to say, but it's just the reality of it is that none of this would be too much of a worry if Sony actually, like, went out of their way to actually fully realize the backwards compatibility of their consoles and how important it is to preserve games. Like, I understand that, like, it's gonna cost a bit, but at the same time, we're paying a literally a $500, $400 to $500 console. I want to be able to play my games, like, throughout the generations as much as possible. Like, if you're gonna give me that option, at least try to give me that option. Don't just, like, dick me down and just, like, close the store and all the games are just gonna be in limbo for life. Like, that sucks. In the end of the day, I'm just gonna say this flat out. Having any type of digital games might be a bad move until Sony actually, like, knows how to do their shit correctly. I'm even scared for, like, my actual 3DS, because obviously Nintendo doesn't care. Nintendo doesn't care that, like, there's backwards compatibility for any other consoles. Yeah, they have a legacy, and they actually, like, try to, like, do things like give you games through, like, the Nintendo Online subscription and stuff, but it's not the same. This is a whole different thing because Nintendo hasn't done that. Sony has done it before, and Xbox is doing it to, like, the full extent. It sucks, and I'm scared for the digital future, because literally this could happen. They just close the store, your stuff, anything you bought, it's just gone. That's it. It's completely gone, and it'll be so much for all your money worth, right? You might as well just should have bought physical copies, you goddamn degenerates. But that's just me. I like buying physical games. I buy a lot of physical stuff, so I'm not really too worried. But during the PS3 era, I did buy, like, quite a bit of digital games, and I'm actually really scared about my my collection on there. So luckily, yeah, I'm gonna have to fix that very soon. But anyway, let me know, guys, in the comments below if you actually have any of these consoles, and if you do have any digital games, are you gonna, like, buy, like, huge amount of, like, hard drive space at most just to, like, preserve any of them like me? Or are you just going to, like, let them just be in the state of limbo for all eternity, essentially? So, like, let me know in the comments below. And other than that, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate all the love and support. If you haven't done so already, follow me at SirLoveForBread on Twitter, because remember, big number means better person! But yeah, other than that, thank you guys for watching. Appreciate all the love and support. Have yourself a goddamn good one. Remember, stay safe out there, wear a mask, and I'm your host, SirLoveForBread. And remember, I'm just a guy on the internet. I'll see you guys next time. Ciao.